So let's have a look at some coding with if, elif, else, and a demonstration of some examples using this. So let's start again using a trinket with a little function called main. Remember, it won't run if it doesn't have anything inside it. Let's start by asking for the user to enter his or her age. Now we're going to be using age as an integer, so let's convert it to an integer int, open brackets, close brackets. Then we're going to trap the user and say if the age that they enter is greater than 12, or let's say less than 12, print you are too young, access denied, else print welcome. That's a simple use of the if statement. And notice a few things that we mentioned before, but very, very important. Everything inside a function is indented, and you can see that this is on the same line. The if and the else must always be on the same lines. If I indented that, it comes up with an error, and it tells you why. It's an indent error. So if, else, or if you have lots of little elifs, they must be on the same line, or it's not going to work. Another important thing is that when you start an if statement, it always ends with a colon, and that's the same for when you have an else or an elif statement. So for instance, suppose I had if age is equal to, I could have lots of statements. So if age is equal to 12, print you are 12, elif age is equal to 13, you are 13, and you could go on. And notice the colon after every elif, and the fact that the indentation is on exactly the same line. Another important thing to mention at this point is that the equal sign, when you're using it as a comparison, is always a double equals, and you'll come up against this error many times if you're not careful. So when you're saying if age is equal to 12, you use a double equal sign, and then it should work. So if I wrote 12, but I haven't given the condition 23, it should tell me you're 12. You notice that when you're assigning something, you use a single equal sign. When you're saying age is equal to something, or if you're just saying x is equal to 3. But when you're checking something, when you're using it as a comparison, it's a double equal sign.